start here.
Stand by. Camera rolling in 5. Stand by in 3, 2, 1, and action.
Hello, my good people. Welcome back to our podcast today. The name of the podcast is the Move Church ImaraLIFE podcast, and we have already finished our first episode. It's already out, so guys, go and check out in our YouTube channel. So today we are at our second episode, and it's an interesting episode. And the aim of the podcast is entertaining, educating, and to spread the word of God. That's the aim of the podcast, and to let young youth to decide and to do better in the Christianity life. So guys, welcome. And our today guest in the building, he's a dad, he's a husband, he's a business guy, and I have a testimony about him forever. He has been like a dad to me in here in Nairobi, and I totally appreciate him. And by the time I told him about the podcast, he was like, I'll come, and he is well supportive. So guys, for the first time in the Move Church ImaraLIFE podcast, join hands and welcome the one and only Mr. Tarus Kipkemei Koech, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so welcome guys. So hello sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
First of all, welcome to our podcast. The aim of this podcast is to entertain young people, is to educate young people. Moreover, telling people in terms of your story, it can help one or two youth outside there to decide on his life, to know where he or she is heading in his Christianity life. So before we continue and before we start our podcast, if I can ask you, who is Tarus? Who is Mr. Tarus?
Okay. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate and I truly am honored to be hosted by you and the movers in generally. Tarus is a Christian, a born-again Christian. Want to say that I'm a family man.
Yeah.
A man who is has 3 daughters and 1 toddler called Berur. And above all, I want to also say that I serve in Imara Spring. And I'm honored that through my story or through this podcast, 1 or 2 people can be encouraged, can be uplifted, and can draw lessons for life.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
that's good. So guys, I think we have heard him saying about Imara Springs. Imara Springs Life Chapel was formerly known as Nairobi Chapel, and we just merged with another church called Life Spring Chapel. So now we are Imara Springs Life Chapel. And so guys, if you're out there, you don't have a church, so guys, just come in ImaraLIFE Chapel Church. So guys, can you check out this video that is going to play and to know where the church is? back, guys. As we continue, we want to know about Mr. Tarus, and we want to know where he came from, because every successful man, there is a woman, and we want to know where he and Mrs. Tarus, where they met, where they start their love stories, or where they start their journey of family. We want to know everything about Mr. Tarus. So, Mr. Tarus, I want to ask you a simple question. Where did you go in primary school?
Wow, it's far. Taking me far.
Yeah.
Yes, I was born in a place called Soy, that is near Eldoret.
Yeah.
And I went to school that is called Jebarus Primary. All my class 1 all through to class 8 before I proceeded to high school in Transoia.
Transoia.
A school in Form 1, school called Kipkemei.
Okay.
Then another school called Kaplamai.
Kaplamai.
Yes, that's where I finished my high school before I succeeded in getting a position in University of Nairobi.
University of Nairobi.
Yes, and I did my Bachelor of Arts Economics. Before I proceeded to other courses, I think after university, of course, during the university times, I did my CPA, a certified public accountant, and then I did project management as a postgraduate diploma. Before I did my master's at Kenyatta University, Master of Business Administration. And that's where my story came from. Family story started in my third year or second year. I met a small girl who was just a semester behind me, and we started the story.
You started the story. That's
Yes.
a good. That's a whole like around 10 questions you have answered in just
Yes,
one.
yes,
So
yes.
I'm just happy. And you're from Soy. I'm from. You were born in Soy.
Was born in Soy,
but you raised.
but our family migrated to Kitale when I was joining class 8.
Oh wow.
Yes, so
Kitale to which area?
A place called Chirangani, called Kajibora.
Kachibora. So guys, you may not know those places, but even me, I'm from that place. I was born in Kakamega. I was raised in Moy's Bridge. Part of my family are in Kachibora, so I might relate the story. And now you have joined a university. You have met with this young lady that you decided to start life with. So, what came up in your mind to start a family with her? Okay, just introduce her first.
Oh. Yeah, my wife is called Maureen. We've been married. We have been married together for the last 20 years.
2 decades.
2 decades.
Oh, wow.
Our wedding was October 1st, 2005.
2005.
Yeah, but before then, of course, we dated for a number of years. All through our university life, after we started, of course, courting. It doesn't mean that from the day that we started courting is the day we started knowing that we are going to get married.
Yeah.
But as we progressed with our relationship towards the time we were finishing university, is when I made a conscious decision that she is the right person for me, because she complements me in so many things. And of course, again, realizing that she is so driven in life. She is somebody that when she wants something, she really goes for it. And I think given that we had developed a friendship, because I think that's what started first. We became very close friends, and that has really sustained our marriage. because we started as friends. Then towards the end of the course is when we changed our friendship to courtship. And of course, for a few years working, she got employment immediately. I also got, by the grace of God, also got employment after college. We just made a decision that what is it that we are still waiting. So 2-3 years later, after high school, after university, is when I made a proposal, and she accepted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Like, so many marriages or a young youth, they're entering into marriages because of peer pressure or everything. So what is a small advice you can give a young youth outside there?
I think I would just summarize by saying that as young men and women, my advice is for them to marry right. You would rather just wait for some few more years. You marry for the right decisions, for the right to the right person at the right time. There are many temptations. I want to say that there are many temptations, not even in this time, but even during our time, for people to cut shortcuts into getting marriage life, into marriage life. I want to advise that if you wait, and of course wait on God to give you the right person, to give you the right time, to agree with your partner that really you have harmonized your expectations, you will go far. Because if you just go into marriage with the vibes, with the mystery too, na zile ambazo you just say that as long as she has gotten into the box, we will get married. I'm telling you that will not sustain a marriage, because the things that you will have said that are not correct will be unveiled within no time. So it is important that just be patient, just build a relationship in a way that everybody is authentic. The girl is authentic, the boy is authentic, and of course accepting that you are not marrying to angels, because in the first place, even as a young man or as a young lady, both of you have your own perspectives in life, and sometimes those perspectives shapes the way you expect your marriage to be. So just harmonize those expectations so that at the time you are getting into marriage, you do not go into serious friction that will shake the foundations of your marriage. Yeah.
Wow. So now you have you and Maureen. Let me call her Maureen. You and Maureen, you have memaliza shule, and you wanna start a life, and you say that memaliza shule, then she got it employed, and you got it employed. So what was your first job?
I got a small employment when I was in third year. That I was just working just across the road at the University of Nairobi. We were at the main campus. So the first employment I got was just across at Azina Towers. Azina Towers is just across the university blocks. Later on, after graduation in the year 2003, I got an employment with National Social Security Fund, NSSF, as an investment officer. And that's how my working life started. Yeah.
Wow. So I know so many. Okay, I know before you reach at that point, you are going. There are ups and downs. So what was your experience in, let me say, in campus life on university life?
Wow. Campus life, you see, I think God was so gracious with me. And of course, even Maureen, I think that is what actually drew me closer to her. We were so focused with education, so focused to the extent that we do not allow the noises that were around us to distract us. I can assure you, and I can tell you without any, and I'm not lying, not even a single day we went out like our peers, that we wanted to be in those parties where the youth were interested in going. And I told you, I was doing 2 courses. I was doing my degree course, and at the same time I was doing CPA. It was so demanding. So the issues of life, of enjoying life the way the youth would want to enjoy life, I think really did not come as one of the options for me. Yeah, and of course, coming from a country, it also made us feel like we do not know life. I remember a situation where some of us were being taken as if we were bookworms. But God vindicated us, because at the end of the day, those are the ones who are calling us bookworms, were the ones who are running to us when exams were closer, to get to know how some questions are being approached, how some concepts can be addressed. But that is not to say that we were any better than them, because they are, as I was telling you, the different perspectives. When some of us through the grace of God managed to get university, you focus on what brought you. Because I can tell you, the school that I was in, the one I was telling you, Kablama, it was just a simple school. I was a day scholar. We had so many challenges to overcome. The school was just an Arambe school. I don't know whether you know what Arambe school is all about.
I know.
A school that does not have a laboratory, a school that does not have a library, a school that did not have the privileges of an high school. Most of the teachers were BOG teachers.
So you want to say that you saw a carburet or pipette? You didn't saw those things in high school.
Curate or something.
Yeah.
But that was slightly better than where I was in Form 1, KPK.
Oh.
It was just a very fairly new school. At the time I was there, I think I was the 3rd cohort. I was in Form 1, the first cohort was in Form 3. So when we would want to go to laboratory to be shown Bunsen Banner, we would go to the next school called Suerwa Boys to go and be shown this is what we are telling you in practical. Yeah, so when we succeeded, out of almost 40 students, 3 of us managed to go to university. I think the focus for me was to do that which we were called to come and do. So the life about the happy life for the university really did not cross my mind, because I knew the way God has brought me from.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, and that's a thing that we need to follow your footstep. So now you have a job. Now tell us how did you come up with an idea of proposing to Maureen now?
Wow. I think in times and seasons, God gives you what to do or what is right at the right time. I remember I took her out, and quietly I had concealed the proposal ring, and It worked out well because, as you say, where we come from, we are still learning how to be romantic.
Yeah.
But I try to the best of my knowledge how to propose, and there we go. She accepted.
So she is.
Yes, she accepted. Yes.
Okay, I personally have interacted with Maureen, and I know her, and she's a good soul, and she's a okay. Let me say I've interacted with her. She's a good mother. So many youths outside there, they are they're 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 keeping like they're saying that sex is the thing that determine marriage. Is the thing that keep marriage. So what's the take on you?
Okay. Yeah. There are so many things, so many stories about marriage, but I just wanted to say that I will give advice based on what I know and what I believe is the right way to marriage. The first thing is that marriage is of God. It is foundations at which God created man so that he can progress his creation story through marriage. Marrying a person of an opposite sex is what God ordained in the scriptures. And therefore, when he created Adam and Eve, he said it was good that man does not stay alone, man does not live alone. And that again said that for that reason, they shall leave their parents and cling to each other so that they can have their own family. And therefore, I just wanted to say that besides all these stories about marriage and sex, is that if you decide to do things the right way, in the right perspective of the scriptures, is that it is good to wait. It is good to wait. Yes, we were allowed to start our wedding preparation in the year 2003 December. For some reasons, we encountered some challenges before our wedding on October 1st, 2005. Basically, it's because I think for some reasons we did not, we were not very, not in a very strong community of believers at the time we were at the university. Maureen was very strong Catholic. She used to attend St. Paul's Catholic Church just next to university.
Mm-hmm.
But I was coming from a background of an Adventist. I was coming from a background of SDA.
SDAs.
Now, when I took the two courses at the same time university, I decided to change because other subjects or other courses were coming on Saturday. And I did not want to completely lose out.
Yeah.
So I started going to Sitam Valley Road, almost like a stopgap measure. It went like that until I was through the university, and I continued, but I was not so committed towards getting connected into the work of the church. So
Just
when I announced...
Just to cut you, you have mentioned something
yes.
good. You have said that you transition from SDA to now Sunday.
Yes.
Because I know even me, I was there. Even me, I was an SDA. How was how did you come up with that because I know SDA is so strict. How did you come up or not going on Saturday church or on then now going on Sunday church?
Okay.
How was your
Now, by the fact that I was doing 2 courses, it means that my Saturday was taken up. Now, I know somebody else would have said I should not have gone to the course that required my presence on Saturday.
no, that's the thing.
Yes. But I think for me, I just decided God is God of all the churches. In as much as we all have very strong faith about the day as SDA, I think I got a different revelation that even if you go to church on Sunday, you are still within the purposes of God.
Yeah.
So I decided, in as much as I'm an SDA person, I would rather just be in church rather than saying that I'm in school and I cannot go to church. So I changed. So when I changed is when now my troubles came in. At the time I wanted to do a wedding. So I went to Sitam Valley Road and I met a pastor, and when the pastor asked me about which equivalent of any group, which group do you belong, which ministry do you serve, I was just a lukewarm Christian, just as a Sunday Christian that just goes there, be blessed by the word, and just live without getting planted or getting rooted to any of the ministries. That is when we went back, and we had to make a decision with Maureen. What do? We just had to decide to approach a Catholic priest, and we were wedded by a Catholic priest. And of course, thinking that will be our new journey in faith. Little did we know that after 2 years or so, it was not able to get me all the way from SDA to Catholic. It became a bit difficult, and the connection did not come. So we had to go back to Sitam. So we went back to Sitam. I believe most likely in the year 2008 is when we went back to Sitam. And until around the year 2013, I think 13, we just got an invitation to go to Ngong Road, Nairobi Chapel.
Nairobi Chapel.
Yes. Is it? No, that must be 2013, yes. When we went to Nairobi Chapel for 1 month, it was a family series, after which our daughters refused to go back to Sitam and forced us to stay in Nairobi Chapel.
In Nairobi Chapel.
Because they got connected with Nairobi Chapel. And that is the story of my even coming to Nairobi Chapel.
Nairobi Chapel, Imara.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, now that's a good thing. So let's go to challenge and resilience. What are some of your biggest challenges you faced in life? Yeah. In all those stories that you have shared with us today, what were your biggest challenge that you faced?
Yeah, so far I think God has been so gracious to us, and I think if I say my biggest challenge is childhood, I think I'll be saying that God did not lift me from those challenges of childhood. But I think I just want to mention one thing that we came about. We have been in business since we were dating. After we got almost agreed that we are going to get married, we started doing business together with my wife. The year 2013 is when I had told my wife that I will work for 10 years and I will resign to go into business. I think I was clear that I want to be in business. So 2013 came, and I was transitioning into now self-employment. and we had saved good money, only to be defrauded by some friends. And you have left employment, and you have lost a substantial amount of money, and you do not have any other source of income other than the small business that you had started. And of course, bearing the weight of the financial burden of the entire family, your own family and your other extended family, where you are the one supporting most of your siblings. And I got serious loss, and that we lost quite substantial. 2013 to around 2015-16 is when I saw our investments for 10 years almost go to drain, because we lost houses that we had already bought. We lost several pieces of land, 3 acres in Kitengela. We lost 3 plots in Mlolongo. We lost 3 plots in Tasia. We lost an apartment in Nyayo. By trying to pay back the people that we had borrowed money from, because we borrowed money on the basis of a business that we had been invited into, because we had started a business of buying and selling land. So when we were asked to buy a land in Kitale so that we can sell for a profit, we entered into that land, and not knowing the people that were selling, the transaction advisors, including the lawyers, were all conmen. And out of that, we lost 75 million, of which 40 million was ours, 35 was borrowed.
75 million.
So we had to sell almost everything so that we could keep our name and pay back the friends and the family members that we had borrowed the money from. And I say that we've recovered out of it. I called a wife that is so supportive. In as much as we were going through the same, she is the one who encouraged me. I almost lost my mind, because you are here, you do not have a job. The business that you've started, the company that I'm still running even up to now, was still fairly new, and it was not able to sustain paying that amount of money towards paying people. And unfortunately, that money got lost. Yeah.
So as for now, you're still into real estate or...
Real estate, I think that was our last project.
Our last project.
What we are doing now is we are in service industry.
Service industry.
Yes.
And you are a CEO of Rainbow.
Yes.
And it's Rainbow?
Rainbow Patriots Security.
Yeah, security.
Mm-hmm.
And you have given so many young youths a job opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing that you're doing. And because so many youths are outside here, they're struggling about job. But you gave a lot of numbers in your job. And just to let our audience know about Rainbow, can you tell us a little bit about Rainbow?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rainbow Patriot Security is a security services provider. We are a company that was founded in the year 2012, and code has been good to us because we have grown from numbers to numbers. Currently, we have employed directly about 850 security officers. 850 security officers.
Mm-hmm.
And our desire is still to continue to grow and even get quality assignments. Assignments are the where they are posted,
Yeah.
so that they can get a decent salary and be able to change their lives. Yeah, and of course, it is not just about guarding services. We also do quite a number of other security services. We have card dogs, we have alarm services, we also cover events. We also do a lot of installations, including alarm services, including the
CCTV.
perimeter fencings, including CCTVs, and we also do a lot of security audits in workplace. Yeah.
So, guys, if you are outside there and you need some of the services that he has mentioned, I will leave the contact number on your screen, and you'll reach out to him and you'll talk to him and you'll get a good services from Rainbow, and it's a good company. So let's go back to leadership and your faith in now you have major in Imara Springs Life Chapel as an elder. Tell us the experience of being there. So many people are coming to you for solutions, and me being one of them. Tell us the experience.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to say that it's a good thing to serve in church. You know, when you are called into faith, you are not just called to say that I'm born again, but you are also called to partner with Jesus to make sure that his ministry continues on earth. And therefore, when you start serving is when you start getting new perspectives and revelations of who Jesus is or who God is to you as a person and even to the ministry that you are serving in. So when I was called to be one of the elders, of course my hesitation would have been that I've never been an elder elsewhere. I've never led any church ministry. I've never even been a CU leader. I've never been anything. But I think having had discussions with the chair who was then chair, that is Elder Mwangi, we had a very lengthy discussions, and he managed to convince me that just say yes, and God will just enable you to know exactly what he has called you into. So when people come to me for solutions or for advice, I think what I just want to say is that sometimes wisdom only comes from God, because some of the things that you ask, people ask, are things that sometimes you do not even have them yourselves. You do not even know them yourself. But when you just allow God to speak to you through, of course, allowing that person also to know that God can even answer him directly or can answer her directly through prayer, through trusting in God, you will always find answers. So I take it as a challenge of accepting, not so much about you feeling that you are capable of serving, but just accepting that God use you as a vessel, so that you can do that which God wants you to do. And season after season, God is able to speak to you in a very vivid way. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a good thing. So let's go for legacy and future. I know so many people, they want to leave something that they can be remembered for. So a simple question: what legacy do you want to leave behind when you're gone?
Okay. Yes, legacy question has always been thing that drives a man into starting something that can outlive them.
Yeah.
Personally, I am involved in projects or programs that touches on one, the less fortunate, and of course being able to connect with people, to connect people with their purposes, and especially the youth, the young ones, and of course being able to create that twitch that God has called them into. I am in the process of establishing something in the village that will be a stepping stone towards my legacy project. I want to use agribusiness, which I think I mentioned to you that I've started.
Yeah, you told me.
I'm in agribusiness, where through agribusiness we can use the small-holder farmers to get into Christ, to get into various discipleship programs. And of course, in a way, there are so many people with a lot of small lands. They have a lot of time. They have a lot of opportunities towards being able to bring the items into the market, but they do not have capital. They do not have the knowledge on how to produce. They do not have how to connect into the market. And we have started as a family getting into a small type of business, an integrated business, where we are in a small piece of land. You are able to ensure that it is productive, and in the process, our land will be a land where people are coming to learn. And in the process of learning is when we can now preach the word of God to them, and of course be able to reach out to them. We will not say that we want you to join this church, but we'll be pointing them to the right Bible-believing churches. But at the end of the day, we will also be creating now the network for marketing, for their produce, so that as we partner with them, because we will be doing partnering, we come to you. You show us where you want to start your business, agri-business. We will enable you to start through our network, through our capital. But of course, you will be learning from our farm. And of course, we have so many ways of making sure that your produce meets the needs of the market. Your produce is the quality, and your produce is timed towards getting the right value in the market. So that is the project that we have discussed as a family, and we have started in our small land that we bought with my wife. And I believe that in fullness of time, that is where we are heading into. Yeah. Other than now supporting the ones who are getting employment through Rainbow Patio Security.
That's a good thing that you're trying to do. And what I believe is 1,000 steps start with one step.
Yes.
And I know it is going to be a bigger thing.
Yes.
And guys will give you an update of the Nini, and we will tell you how it is progressing as for now. As we are continuing, as we are winding up this conversation, there are so many questions that we have answered. I think if you are a youth outside there, you will know, and you have had a lot of, you have taken a lot of topics and a lot of lessons from the story of Mr. Tarus Koech. And just to wind up, sir, what message will you like to share with someone who is feeling stuck in life? what are some advices or some message that you can give a young person outside there who is stuck in life? Because there are so many outside. There are so many youth outside there that are struggling with a lot of things. Even there are people undergoing pressure, depression, with everything. So, what are what are the small advice you can give them?
Let me start with the Bible verse that is Exodus 14:14, and it says that God will fight for you. You will only need to be still. The stillness that is required of any person, whether it's a youth, whether it's an old man, an old lady, of any age, is what is required, because life will always bring things our way that almost pushes us to the wall. But the moment you get to know that God is always having your back, having you on your back, or having the best interest for you, you will always be still and go back to your closet and pray, and God will deliver you. There has never been a situation where God can give you a challenge beyond which that you can never surmount. God will always give you to the best measure, knowing your capacity. The challenges that passes you through, even at your age, will give you to the portion and the measure that He knows that you will overcome. And when you pray and be still and know that God is still with you, He will always come through for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Any final words of encouragement to any person outside there?
Yeah, I know this is a program and a channel for the youth. I just want to say that youth, there is life way ahead of you. A lot of abundance ahead of you. The challenge for the youth is that they want things to happen today and now. Na kama sio sasa ni sasa hivi. You need to know that you trust on the process. You do not want to start something and get to your pinnacle within few years. Within a few months, you want to drive a certain car. Within a few years, you want to live in the certain neighborhood. Within a few years, you want to be going for some exotic holidays. God does not order seasons to just happen, and unless you know, the devil can also masquerade and can also pretend that he is also God. He also promised Jesus that if you bow to me, I will give you the entire of this world. So just watch what the company that you are associating with. Just pray that God can give you the right directions in life so that you do not fall into the wrong hands, because many youths have fallen into the wrong hands and they have gotten to sell their soul for money. It is good to love money, yes, but love a good money, because it is good that when you get money, you are getting it in the right way. There are so many challenges nowadays, even as I was telling you, even in our village, you get to a situation where even youth have been recruited into LGBTQ, and with the promise of quick money. So if you are not careful and what drives you is to get into quick money, you will find yourself in drugs, you will find yourself in wrong society, you will find yourself in the wrong company, and at the end of the day, that which God had planted in your heart to be, for you to be, will be aborted because of the love for money. So just trust the process and ensure that you are associating yourself with the right people. Seek counsel. Whenever you have a big idea, run to an older man or an older lady who has seen life before, and of course, who is your mentor. Somebody who understands you, somebody who has the best interest for you. so that when you are in a situation where you are in a crossroad, you want to make a decision, just have those people to validate your ideas and validate that which you want. That person could be your father, could be your mother, that could be your pastor, that could be your elder. That's a person that can give you direction for the future. Thank you. Baraka.
Thank you, sir, for coming. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for supporting our show. And I want to say this. Just thank you for honoring our invite. We totally appreciate. And I know we have more and a lot to talk. And guys, we'll bring him again on a next episode or next episode. He will come, we will talk, we'll give so many topic about marriage, about everything we will talk. And thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for staying with us. Thank you for choosing the Move Church ImaraLIFE podcast to be your Christianity podcast. And we totally appreciate and totally thank you. And sir, thank you for, he is my mentor, by that, he is my mentor. Thank you for being supportive. And I know sometimes I might be so sumbuaring, I might sumbua, but thank you for always coming through to help me. Of course I have a testimony about him. He's a good guy. He has supported me, and all our conversation here that we have talked, in fact I'm shocked. Sikuwa najua a lot of all of those, but thank you, sir, and thank you. So if you have not taken anything for him, ole wako juu I have taken a lot of things from the story. I've learned a lot, like always choose your friends, choose the company, trust the process, and everything God has planned on your life will happen on the right time. So thank you, and thank you. Coril, cut it.